let's talk a little bit about the Giants and the Dodgers here. We got Webb for the Giants, Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Dodgers, very public team. They're minus 180. Funny you bring up that. It's amazing that that's right in the sweet spot that what we were talking about. So how do you break down the Giants and the Dodgers?
Well, it's a great segue because when I get to the play that I'm going to use, this is another way that where you can find a big favorite and make it not a big favorite. Yamamoto's been just, incredible. He's had 13 starts this year. 11 of them, he's allowed 3 runs or less. 8 of those 11, he's allowed 0 or 1 run. That's pretty much all you can ask out of your pitcher. And the other benefit, and I always say this about baseball, and this is something for, you'll start getting when we get to the middle of summer, whether it's because of injuries or, they start bringing up guys from the minor leagues. I always like to take pitchers, first time around the league because they have the advantage over the hitters. Well, he has faced the Giants, but he's only faced them once so far, and that was last year, over a year ago. So that's another added advantage to him in this matchup where Logan Webb, a good pitcher, but they're division rivals, and they've seen him, many times. Speaking of Logan Webb, he's a guy that as good as he's been, I've always viewed him as a better pitcher at home than on the road. And talking about those division matchups, Yamamoto, he's pitched 12 times against division opponents so far in his career with the Dodgers. The Dodgers are 9-3 in those games. So those are added edges as well. Dodgers at home, going back to last year, they're 80-42 overall. If you look at them when they play right-handed starters, they're 56-26, all good numbers. But again, the equalizer is the spread. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to lay 170 or 180 with the Dodgers, but I want the Dodgers tonight. I'm going to bring this down to a first 5-inning wager because everything I've talked about in this game is I'm comparing the 2 starting pitchers, and I like Yamamoto better. So why not eliminate the bullpens? And remember, when you make a full game wager with today's baseball, you're asking generally 4 guys to do their job right. The starting pitcher, then the guy that comes in after they take the starter out after 6, the cookie cutter managers of today's baseball. They bring that guy in for the 7th inning. Then they bring in the setup guy for the 8th inning. And then they bring the closer in on the 9th. So 4 guys got to do their job right to get that win home. If I like the starting pitchers and I feel that there's such an edge with the 2 starting pitchers, we're going to go first 5. We're going to lay a half a run with the Dodgers. That brings the price down to a very reasonable price in this game, minus 115. Let's take Dodgers first 5, minus a half a run.
I love it. Do you do a lot of first 5s or do you just pick your spots with that one? Is that something that you really focus on?
First 5s are probably a little bit more than half of my wagers anymore. Obviously, when you've got teams that have been getting shelled and the bullpens are, worn out, you want to do that. And that's, something, that baseball more than any other sport is streaks. And it goes not only to win and losing streaks, Andy, it's run production. You get on that team that is not scoring runs and you look and we'll have, a 10-game stretch, 7 of the 10 games, they're scoring, 2 runs or less. It just manifests itself. But the opposite end of that is the streak when they're giving up a lot of runs, because what happens? The bullpens get thin and the managers then got to make a decision. Do we let somebody be the sacrificial lamb in a game to try to get the bullpen to save it for the next day? And that's where a guy like you with the team totals, you're gonna make some hay.
Yeah, absolutely. I love your special, the summer sizzler. We going sizzler. We going sizzler. Do you know that movie reference, Marco?
That one I do not have the reference to that one.
All right, chat. Come on, chat. Jump in. We going sizzler. We going sizzler. Tell me what movie that is. I know you guys know it. No, let's get serious. $45 per week. It's a smoking deal. Tell us about this summer special that you have. We are in the dog days of summer, and it really is a great time to profit.
This gets you every play I have in every sport and any bonus plays. And when I say bonus plays, that's like special events, the horse racing, and I'll do more horse races during the summer because we got less stuff to go. And again, I say you're going to get average, 1 to 3 plays per day, but I don't have to force myself to have an NBA play every day or a WNBA play every day or an MLB. I'm going to give you the best 1 to 3 plays that I feel have the best chance of making us money for that day. You'll get everything we have all the way through Labor Day. You know, if you buy my daily top play, that's generally $25. When we have a 5%, it's $35. With this package, it's $45 a week. You're going to get everything through Labor Day for $499. It's a big savings. If you bought by the week, that would cost you over $1,000 on this package till Labor Day. Saves you some money. Head over to wagertalk.com, jump on board. And tonight we've got a big 4% American League Game of the Week highlighting our Friday card. So you can either go long-term or short-term. Either way, let's make some money together.